So I have been collecting Pokemon cards since 2020. There are probably some tips which I can share to people that don't know how to price cards. So initially when I started, I didn't know that trading cards would have value, right? Like I played Pokemon as a kid, but basically right now, there are certain cards that are extremely valuable, like the Charizard First Edition Shadowless. And people ask me, like, how do you even get into trading cards? Well, basically, I listened to some guy called Gary Vee, and he was like, oh, you should buy Pokemon cards now. And so I ended up buying them. But I've been doing it for 6 years, and honestly, I kind of want to grow it more. I'm actually deciding to submit some more cards to grade. As right now in the UK, they make it extremely difficult to grade. So I'm going to submit them at one point in person, because occasionally they go to card shows, so you can submit them at card shows, but like essentially cards have value because there's people in the world, the way you think about it is there's people in the world that like Pokemon, and there's people in the world that are willing to spend their hard-earned money on Pokemon, and like it brings them value, right? It doesn't really feel like work. There's hundreds, probably like millions of adults that grew up with Pokemon, so like they're on a stage in their life where they can pay money to buy the childhood nostalgia assets, which is why it's so valuable. And if you never played Pokemon, you've never watched or played the game, if you never played the game, you won't understand it. Like watching the anime is not enough. I think the anime isn't as good as the games. I think the games is way better. But I'm not like a professional Pokemon player. I was watching one of the professional pro VGC, world champion Pokemon players. I was like, oh my god, this guy played so much Pokemon. It's definitely played more than I have, but I've played enough as a kid to actually know all the Pokemon to 4th generation, and recently been dabbling with Go and other Pokemon franchises games, and I think that's kind of put me more up to date on what's a popular Pokemon now. For example, there's a Pokemon called Zacian, which is apparently super fucking strong. It's super strong in the Master League in Pokemon Go, but I think apparently it's super strong in the mainline games too. And it gets the form Crown Sword Zacian. But back in the day when I was a kid, Deoxys was considered super strong. And Deoxys, I feel like it's so out of the picture right now. I'm not sure why. I'd have to look, but because most competitive Pokemon games you can't really use legendaries. But anyway, like this is something else.